Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your March 2020 reading, and your theme is the Nine of Swords, anxiety, worry, stress. Remember, swords, it's in your head. If you actually look up around you, things are always going to be a lot more better than you realize. You might want to actually do, a positive aspects journal, a gratitude journal, just to kind of get yourself out of this negative frame of mind, okay? I'm not saying bad things never happen to people. They do, but you make it a million times worse if you keep it in your head and think the worst case scenario over and over and over again. Snap out of it. All right, easier said than done though, I know, okay? All right, let's see what's going on for you for this month. So I've already shuffled the cards off camera, but I'm just showing you that I'm actually cutting the deck. And I've got three different decks. I've got my Cat, Thoth, and Mystic Monday's deck, representing what's happening on the surface, beneath the surface, and advice cards as well. Definitely make sure you stick around until the end where you pick your own destiny cards, okay? And if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. And comment below. Love reading your comments so much. Okay, you have got a busy month. So let's see. Look, the start of March is going to be tricky, okay? I'll just show you what we've got. So for the first week of March, there is an end, okay? It's sometimes this can possibly be, well, this is you as well, right? Death represents your sign, Scorpio. So this could be you in your essence, but at the end of the day, it's like the end, right? It's like it could be not an actual physical death, but it's the end of the cycle, okay? And it can be painful, right? You as the Scorpion, you've got some venom in your sting, okay? It can bite. And it's going to, whatever this ending is, this ending of a cycle, it's going to actually make you kind of retreat within yourself. We've got beneath the surface the Hermit card. This could possibly be a Virgo influence as well. Look, it's all major arcana cards for the first week. So it's going to be a pretty intense first week of March. So the end to something is going to force you to kind of retreat within yourself. You might not really be going out. You might just be doing some brooding, staying home, maybe just kind of trying to figure out what the hell happened, but maybe just going away and licking your wounds. Your advice card actually is the Chariot. Okay, the Chariot is possibly a Cancer influence, but the Chariot is saying maybe take a little holiday, maybe go on a trip, maybe just actually get away instead of necessarily staying at home. Might bring you that energy and vitality that you need. But the Chariot can also say to look at the long term, right? It looks like you might be looking kind of initially at the short term, like, oh, this end is so terrible. But if you actually step back and look at like the long term and where you want to get, it might actually make you feel a lot better and a lot stronger, okay? Because it might ultimately, whatever this end was in the first week of March, might actually get you to where you want to be a lot sooner. But man, it's gonna sting at the time, okay? Now, during the second week, let's see what we've got going on. Another powerful week, okay? We've got on the surface the Three of Pentacles, possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence, but essentially you're just killing it at work, you know, whatever's going on with you, whether that was like a relationship or something else, at least at work, you're really, you know, showing your talent, showing your skill. People are noticing. You really are, at least you can say that, you know, you are accomplishing a lot in that aspect of your life, and it will probably give you some much needed confidence, okay? Beneath the surface, we have got the universe. The universe is saying that whatever it is that needed to end, this chapter is closed, okay? And it's actually going to allow you to level up into something new. So the Magician, as an advice card, is telling you that to focus on what it is that you actually want in the future, right? You might be, you know, having the tendency to want to stay and just lick your wounds. The Magician is saying, focus on what you want for the future, okay? Think about what you want. Focus, figure out what it is, because you'll get what you want. You'll manifest and create what you want. You just need to figure out what it is that you want, okay? Now, during the third week, we've got on the surface the Six of Cups, okay? So this is most likely you, possibly another Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer influence, but this is nostalgia. This is whatever it was that ended during the first week. You're gonna be already, by the third week, looking back with rose-colored glasses like, oh, there's good times and those good times and da-da-da-da-da. But it's actually delusion. Underneath the surface, we've got the moon, okay? The moon is delusion, illusion. You're not looking at things clearly, okay? Like literally, if you were probably to ask any bystander objectively what they thought about the situation, it would be so different from how you remember it, okay? You're not looking at this clearly. And also with the Six of Cups, you're not actually looking up and looking around you and being grateful for the people who are around you in the present moment, the things that you do have in the present moment. You're stuck in the past, the what ifs, the what ifs, the what ifs. Well, you need to snap out of it, okay? And you need to realize that you were deceived, or you were deceiving yourself, or there was delusion, illusion, okay? And your advice card is the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is mature in love, right? With emotional connection, you know? He has a really good balance between his head and his heart, right? So he's not just gonna go into any relationship willy-nilly, and it is okay to actually go out there and, you know, find love again, or whatever it was that was emotionally fulfilling, because it might not have necessarily been a relationship. Cups can also represent something that was super emotionally fulfilling, like it could be a situation or work or something like that. Okay, but the King of Cups is saying, you know, to balance your head and your heart, like not just to use your heart, but also to use your logic and find that happy balance in between, okay? And look at this. We have got, during the 4th week, the King of Cups again, okay? So you might be like approaching the situation in a different manner, okay? Beneath the surface, well, I mean, what I mean by that is like maybe kind of looking at things in a different perspective, okay? Or maybe kind of looking at yourself in a different perspective and actually beginning to find more balance with your head and your heart, and maybe being like, okay, you know, unlike with the 3rd week when you've got a bit of nostalgia kind of stuck in the past, by the 4th week of March, you're like, okay, you seem to have learned maybe what you've needed to learn, and you're going to reflect a little bit more on that. Beneath the surface, we have got the Knight of Discs, okay? Possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence, okay? So the Knight of Discs is saying, you know, just to be quite sensible, to be quite practical. And that might have been, you know, this whole situation of whatever it was that ended. The Knight of Discs, I feel like, is going to make you be a lot more sensible, a lot more practical. You're not just gonna, when you make a decision, not just kind of go with your emotions 100%, right? Water signs tend to do that. But you're also going to actually think, okay, logically, how will this look in a day-to-day basis, okay? Is this realistically going to happen? You know, just being a lot more practical, so that's really good. And your advice card, we've got the Queen of Cups, okay? So the Queen of Cups is saying to be wise and mature in love, and not just to offer out your heart willy-nilly just to anyone. You know, you need to be quite mature in love, all right? So it looks like you're going to be, you have a lot to learn about love, and whatever happened during the 1st week, yes, it was painful and it sucked, right? But you're actually going to learn so much and be a lot more wise about it. All right, pick a number 1, 2, or 3, because you are now going to pick your own destiny cards. And I definitely feel like you need a lot more advice for this month. It doesn't necessarily look like it's going to be easy. It looks like you are going to learn the lessons that you need to learn, right? So that's a good sign. All right, 1, 2, or 3, pick the number that just resonates with you the most. The first one that kind of pops and sticks in your head, not the second one, the first one. And yeah, whatever makes you feel the most relaxed. All right, if you picked one, let's see what we've got. Interesting. So if you picked one, this could be whatever it is that ended. It might have been something to do with like a student-teacher relationship, a mentorship, some sort of class you were taking, or skill or trade, maybe something to do with work, or maybe making money in the long run, or just something like that. Underneath the surface, we've got the Chariot, and you have the Chariot as your advice card during the 1st week as well. So there might be a change, a movement, right? There might be a change in direction or a change in attitude when it comes to skills, what you're learning, some sort of student-teacher relationship, whether you're the student or the teacher, okay? Your advice card is actually the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is like no nonsense, right? You cannot put the wool over her eyes, right? So the Queen of Wands is telling you to look at the situation clearly, logically, rationally, with courage, with strength, and to not back down if, you know, things aren't necessarily being very clear. So just to use your head, right? If you pick 2, let's see what we've got. Oh, this is great. Okay, so if you pick 2, on the surface, we have got the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence. The Queen of Pentacles is, you know, a very, very good businesswoman, but also has like a really good balance between like home and work life. So it looks like you will be learning that balance, or you have learned that balance, or you're learning that from someone else. The Queen of Pentacles could possibly be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn influence around you. And you have also found a bit of a calm within the storm, right? Or at least you will, because I know with that Nine of Swords theme, you're going to be really stressed, but this is saying that that calm, that space is going to be created, that order within the chaos will be created, and you'll be able to have a lot more peace of mind, okay? And look, your advice is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is saying that good karma is coming your way, even though this seems like not a good situation at the time. It actually will make things better. It will change your life for the better, and you know, at some point in the future you will definitely see that. You just might not be able to see it straight away, okay? If you picked 3 for your destiny cards, let's see what we've got. All right, interesting. So we have got on the surface, we've got the 6 of Wands, okay? Possible Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. Beneath the surface, 3 of Discs, possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And last but not least, we've got the 8 of Cups as your advice card, okay? Most likely you or another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer influence. But essentially what this is saying with the 6 of Wands, you know, you have accomplished a lot. You know, you've accomplished a lot of goals. You know, you're really successful in your own right, you know, with a lot of experiences and things like that, right? You have worked really hard to get to where you need to get, and you're still working hard, okay, to accomplish even more. That's fantastic. But what you, your advice card is the 8 of Cups is saying you need to actually think about, like, is this going to be emotionally fulfilling for you in the long run? It's not all about success. It's not all about money. You need to be emotionally you need to find whatever path that you're on when it comes to work and success and goals. It needs to be emotionally fulfilling, or you will walk away from it in the future. So make sure this is emotionally fulfilling, that it's not superficial, that you're in whatever you're in, whatever your goal is, whatever your work is, that you're in it for the right reasons, and that you can do this in the long run for the long term, okay? All right, if you'd like a private reading, send me an email, contact@sinceretarot.co.uk. You can also check out my website. All of that is in the information below. You can follow me on social media. Again, comment. I love reading your comments. If this reading resonated with you, I love to read. And I read all your comments, okay? And they really do mean a lot, all right? Still here? You get a secret bonus card. All right, secret bonus card for Scorpios for the month. Ooh, the Empress. Okay, so you have accomplished a lot, but you also need to enjoy like the beauty in life, right? So, you know, enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's not all about work, work, work. It's also about enjoying where you've gotten so far, because you have come such a long way. So just embrace that. Have a great month. Bye.